Hazel has lived in this city a while. She's grown accustomed to the buses and the way men scratch their testicles in public. Another shit, coffee and a prep. Hazel was in love with her job. She had climbed high and it had meant a lot. Hazel looked into a black hole every Tuesday night when she took the wheelie bins out of the flaky painted gate onto the street. Hazel's friend Heather was a treat to look at. Everybody said so. She had had what the teachers had called a promiscuity problem. Hazel hadn't minded, but they had drifted apart since. This universe is nowhere near big enough for the two of them, that's what Heather had said, with laughs bunched all around her nostrils and lipstick on her teeth. Heather had purple eyes, violet and violently so. Joking, violet eyes don't exist. But Radiohead do, and so does smuggling vodka and lemonade into the gigs, and so does kissing so that the muscles around your pelvis contract, and so does the blissful loneliness of porn. Anyway, Heather's eyes were blue really, Hazel's grey. And God, I feel all madly churned when I think about the world and its infatuation with eyes. I feel vertiginous on the brink of that thought of that obsession, but then eyes live where sex and sorrow take their clothes off and cook tea. Eyes strip bare and mollycoddle. The pressure they must feel as prisms on the world must just be too much sometimes. Poor, poor eyes in every human head. Because now it's snowing and no one speaks your language enough for you to get a drink around here anyway. You mind for one, it's water. Then suddenly a clawfoot bath and candles and another man's junk, thinks Heather. Just another different man's junk. And all at once she's 11. In the quad at school in year 7, and Hazel's there and ravaging her cuticles with prepubescent, rough-edged teeth. And it doesn't matter that Hazel is a manicured estate agent now. Heather just wants to help her. Promise to be your friend, mate. I promise. 4th period English lit, when hunger muscles in. Megan is the only one who dares say it. She fancies him. Her eyes mist and travel. She says she sometimes dreams of licking his pistachio eyes from their sockets, of sucking each raised mole on his body as if they were chocolate chips. Wakes up wet, she says. Hazel watches in disbelief. Sex is shameful as obesity, and in any case, Mr. McArdle, English teacher, is hers to fantasise about every lesson, sexlessly. His sandstone skin and his shit-coloured lead-belly t-shirt with the holes in. Hazel doesn't get why Megan wakes up wet. Wet where? Wet what? Heather tells Hazel to shut it. Hazel's standard pre-lunch hunger is rearing its reptilian head. Hazel thinks of jacket potatoes with cheese and baked beans. Mr. McArdle is young, pretentious, foreign. He likes the gloopy, cliche-ridden scribblings of just pubescent kids. He actually encourages it. Dickhead, thinks Megan. Heather writes of stained glass nights and revolution-laced rum punch and all the men's cigars she'd never tried. Mr. McArdle laps at her smudgy left-hand cursive whilst he's running detentions at lunchtime. These kids are so damn institutionalised. Most of them can't even see their way into an affair with her. Mr. McArdle stops himself. Not a good idea, sir. He twitches. For the sixth formers, they're 16 and over, driven and literate, stop it. Heather remembers the fields near her house. It had been a rich summer day, heavy. All Heather really remembers is the image of the old fish tank from the coal shed, smeary and oblong, moss green around the edges, its insides completely alive with ladybirds. Whenever she imagines that field home to so much, she pictures the buttercups tall and creamy. She remembers one gloopy late June dusk, playing on the menacing hay bales, each one massive and round, wrapped in black plastic, the most final ever full stop. Altogether just giant ellipsis, dot, 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 dot. Heather was afraid to jump between two of them. That was the game. That were an important fraction further apart. She was with Hazel and some others whose faces have meltingly blurred into the purple background sky. Hazel is reaching out her hand and saying, "Jump, jump, and I'll grab you." Heather jumps. Hazel snatches her hand away. Everyone laughs. Hazel will always remember this day. Heather wants Bob. I'll wake up to the grating knell of your tongue licking itchy round my ear edge, sandpaper throated, you fast advancing alley cat. I'll study the lines of your face like insert Mac cliche from one of your recent albums here. I'll see my skylight reflected in your irises. Guarantee it. You won't be able to resist me, beached whale, flat on your back, gazing up at the same blank pane that says free and to hell with our environment. You will raise your eyebrows at your black and white likeness, blue-tacked above the bed. Pick a hole in the centre of the sacred centre of his lips, scratch through the damp patch, wet from good night, good morning, how on earth can you get me so completely chapped-lipped pecs? You will tamper with my wall clock like a young revolutionary. I don't want you as you are now. Sour old cunt, paper bag recluse, rancid, close to talentless sellout. I want your lyrical dreamer, your poster boy face on. Visit me. Show me your other side and bring me a handful of rain whilst you're at it. My pubescent desert could drink buckets of the stuff I have been headphoned in with you, sealed off from all the monkeyish chaos of the school bus.